Alright, so recently I rewatched all of DBZ, as it's been a while since I've rewatched the series and I wanted a refresher. Plus, I recently saw the newest Dragon Ball superhero movie, and the biggest story among these two animated forms of art is a story arc of Gohan. Yes, obviously Goku is the main character of the series, but DBZ in the newest movie, I think, is a way of Toriyama really highlighting the story of one of Dragon Ball's most interesting and frustrating characters. We see Gohan be introduced into the series as a shy and quiet boy whose goal in life is to become a scholar. He does not carry nearly any of the fighting spirit and desire as Goku does, but regardless, we see him thrust into the fighting life as different threats impede his life, from Vegeta, Nappa, and Raditz to Frieza and his force to Cell and the androids. Over time, we see Gohan continue to get stronger and more adept as a fighter, as he now knows that this is what's required of him to save the planet that he's from. And we see legitimate development from Gohan as a character, as over time, we see him go from a timid young boy to a respectable and strong warrior with limitless potential, capable of helping the Z Fighters. Gohan goes through moments of having his potential unlocked to get stronger during the Frieza arc, which takes Gohan's power to new heights. We see the culmination of all the training Gohan goes through during the Cell Saga, as Gohan not only gets the ability to turn Super Saiyan, but with the help of the hyperbolic time chamber is able to get used to the energy expenditure of the Super Saiyan ability to the point where he does not expend much energy in that form, allowing him to stay in that form for much more time. As we all know, this leads to Goku trusting the future of Earth to Gohan, as Goku has Gohan take on Cell. Knowing that Gohan and his limitless potential is more than powerful enough to defeat Cell, Goku's mindset was that if Gohan gets angry enough, he'd be able to tap into his crazy potential to defeat Cell. And despite the issues with this philosophy, it did inherently work, as Gohan was able to access Super Saiyan 2 for the first time in history to defeat Cell. Yes, that's a whole summarization of everything that happened in Dragon Ball Z from the perspective of Gohan that nobody asked for. Whatever. Anyways, after this moment, Gohan and his characterization was at an all-time high, as people all expected Gohan to take over as the main character in the Dragon Ball story, with Goku now dead and in the other world. And that did happen, but not for too much time. See, the ultimate issue for Gohan was that his characterization was absolutely ruined. After the 7-year time skip, we are introduced to a peaceful Earth in which Gohan had gotten older and more focused on his studies rather than his training. This is even called out by Vegeta when Gohan stops by to see Trunks. Some people may think that Gohan not training during a time of peace is in line with what would have happened with his character, but at this point, I largely disagree with that. Check this out. So earlier, it was mentioned that Gohan wanted to be a scholar, and that is not likely to be something that goes away. But with everything that happened with Gohan during his youth, and even with Goku dying off, it is extremely unlikely that Gohan would just forego his training and getting stronger, as he is now the main protector of Earth. Gohan experienced the destruction of Cell and Frieza. He knows exactly that it's possible that a threat to Earth can arrive at any time, so it would be imperative for him to stay ready. Couple that with the intelligence that he has, there's no way that Gohan would just stop training. Another thing that people don't mention is the fact that Gohan actually started to enjoy training as he became more accustomed to it over time. During the Cell Saga, Gohan is actually trying to train even more in the hyperbolic time chamber to prepare for Cell, but it's Goku that slows him down and tells him, to kind of chill out, to which Gohan, reluctantly agrees to, but doesn't really understand. During his battle with Cell, Gohan actually keeps Cell alive for him to keep suffering. In my opinion, this can be explained by Gohan and his Saiyan bloodline being further expressed in his personality, which totally makes sense. After all, battles he endured throughout his youth would make him express and accept his Saiyan lineage as well. What would make more sense is that as Gohan gets older, more of his Saiyan bloodline would be expressed as he becomes a more dominant and willful person, looking to train and get stronger, not just because he wants to protect Earth, but because he's actually starting to enjoy, battling just like Goku and Vegeta do. But instead, his characterization makes Gohan into a complete goof. The Great Saiyaman stuff is absolutely stupid and completely disgraceful to Gohan as a character. Gohan was never a comic relief or a joke of a character. Like, that's Krillin, okay? So to turn him into this bumbling idiot made absolutely no sense whatsoever and was not something that was on the path of where his characterization should have went. Gohan would certainly pursue his scholarly goals, especially during times of peace, but with everything he experienced throughout his life and the respect that Gohan has for Goku, there is no way that he would ever just stop training. So to have him do so is just stupid entirely. Now, hopefully over time, we see Gohan return to the way that he was supposed to be like after the end of the Cell Saga. But for now, we just gotta deal with this bullshit. Anyways, that's the rant for Gohan as a character and what happened to him. But let me know y'all thoughts down below in the comment section. Leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you're new. Thanks for watching. Take care.